Okay, we are in Excel Chapter 3. We're going to be looking at skills 3.2 and 3.3, looking at merging cells and splitting merged cells, and also modifying row heights and column widths. 3.4 is inserting and deleting rows and columns. We learned that in the last chapter. I showed you that a little ahead of the book. So 3.2, merging cells. Basically, we saw that a little bit in the Word chapter when we put tables into our Word document. Basically, a merging cells takes two cells or more and puts them together into one big cell. Let's see, the first example of this might be you have a spreadsheet like this or a little table like this, and you want to put a title into it. So it's company earnings across quarters. And now this title sits over here, but if I want this to fill that whole area, what I can do is I can select the whole area and then hit right here on the Home tab, Merge and Center. If I just hit the button, it'll merge everything that I've selected into one cell and center it. If I hit the arrow here, I can see some more options. We'll go over those other options in a second. So I click on it, and you can see there this is all one cell now, and it's centered across there. So it's a nice way to add a title. A couple other merge options you have is to merge across cells, which what that basically does is you can merge a bunch of cells together across rows, and it won't merge the rows together. So what you see here is I select these 6 cells here. I come up to Merge and Center, click on the arrow. If I select Merge Across, what you see is each one is its own cell. It merges all the way across, but it doesn't merge up and down. Let me undo that. The opposite, or not opposite, but the counter of that would be just merge cells. If I do that, it's going to merge everything that's selected. And you can see it'll ask me, it says, well, you have data in more than one cell, so it's just going to take the top cell. I hit OK, and you can see now it's all one big cell like that. Okay, you need to merge your cells before you put data in there, otherwise you could lose some of that data. I want to undo that. Let's merge across again. The other thing with merge is to unmerge. Basically select the cell that's been merged, click unmerge, and then you will get your cells back to their original state. Adjusting column widths and heights is, row heights and column widths is very simple. You just hover between your column there, and you can see I have my bar with arrows pointing each way. If I click and hold, I can adjust the width just by dragging that over. There's a couple nice things with this. You can automatically fit your contents. To do that, on the Home tab, let's see, on the Format in the cells here, I can say Auto Fit Column Width, or I can set the column width right there. I can also say Auto Fit Column Width, and it will make that column as wide as the contents in it. Another thing I can do is if I double click between two cells, it'll take the left, or two rows or columns I should say, it'll take the leftmost column and make it and auto fit it. So I double click there and it fits all my contents in there. Another thing that I like to do is clicking right here will select your entire worksheet, and then if your entire worksheet is selected and you double click between any of the columns or any of the rows, no, those are columns, then it'll auto fit the whole worksheet. Same thing applies for rows. Often your rows don't need to be resized, but if they do, you can double click in between and resize those as well. So that's basically modifying row heights and column widths, and then the merging of the cells. Your code word is going to be NIGHT. That's N-I-G-H-T.